The Supreme Court just allowed Trump to partially implement his executive order to end birthright citizenship, and this can go in effect in the next 30 days. And the way the Supreme Court did this was by saying that federal judges do not have the authority to always issue nationwide injunctions to block a particular policy. In the birthright citizenship case, judges from Massachusetts, Maryland, and Washington state issued nationwide injunctions on Trump's January 20th executive order to end birthright citizenship. And what Trump basically did was take this issue all the way to the Supreme Court and ask the Supreme Court to consider whether federal judges have the authority to issue these universal injunctions. The Supreme Court ruled today that federal judges have limited powers in doing so. Now, before this decision, federal judges had the authority to block harmful policies nationwide, even if only a few people brought the case. That power is gone now, unless individuals are part of a class action suit. So now what this means is that Trump's executive order can go into effect in states that did not challenge the executive order. That means if you live in one of 22 states, including Washington, D.C., you are protected because lawsuits from those states have filed against the administration. In the other 28 states, Trump's order won't be blocked. And the only way it would be locked is if in the next 30 days, litigation moves forward from those states. And this is really critical because if you're in a state where you don't have protection from this executive order, a baby born in a particular state may not be a U.S. citizen at birth, while the same baby born in another state would be. That's why this ruling is so significant. It creates legal uncertainty over something that used to be clear and automatic. Beyond this case, though, this case set precedent for how federal judges can block all kinds of policies. This really weakens the judiciary's ability to check the executive branch, especially for fast-moving policies that impact a lot of people at once, like a Muslim travel ban, healthcare mandates, deportation orders, or even restrictions on religious gatherings. Now, what does Trump's executive order say with respect to birthright citizenship? The order says that children who are born to mothers who are undocumented in the U.S. or who have temporary legal status in the U.S. and to fathers who are not citizens or permanent residents would not gain citizenship. So if you're undocumented or in temporary lawful status and expecting a child in the United States, it's important to talk to an immigration lawyer, particularly if you live in a state that is not protected from the enforcement of the executive order. Now understand that the law has not changed. The Constitution still includes birthright citizenship as part of the 14th Amendment. But what this ruling does is make it easier for future executive orders to move forward, despite the fact that they clearly conflict with the Constitution. Now, this issue will almost certainly go back to the Supreme Court, possibly next term, and the legal challenges with respect to Trump's executive order on the merits is still going forward. Feel free to save this post and share it with others who might be impacted, and follow us for more immigration news and information.